Talk to me about guilt. Talk to me about your father.
Yeah. Oh, that's a story. That's a story, man.
I want to hear it.
I've spoken about the story, man, but not on London Real, so I'll still share it. It's a very emotional story for me. And it's like reliving it. You know, when you share it, it's like going through those moments again. It's a very emotional experience. I remember my father was an amazing man, incredible gentleman, and great love, great affection for me. Great dad. I had great affection for him too. But then, you know, like we as human beings, a lot of times we get into the trap of right and wrong. But life is beyond right and wrong. We so much want to prove I'm right, you're wrong. What do we gain out of it? What are we gaining out of it? That instant pleasure, that instant gratification that I prove I won? Is life for winning over arguments? Is life meant to just win arguments? I'm not saying we wouldn't prove. I'm not saying we wouldn't argue. I'm just saying, is life meant to all the time just be right? Or is there something beyond right and wrong? This love, this genuine connection, this body bonding. But this whole trap of right and wrong, just killing relationships. So I remember my father was a chain smoker, really, really hard smoker. And me and my mom knew that it wasn't good for him. Obviously it wasn't good, but like really bad. It was also hurting all of us at home. We would probably take it, but it was really hurting him really bad. So mom used to tell him that he should smoke. In her own way, she would coax him, she would try and inspire him, but you know how men can be sometimes. And I remember I thought I would in my own way kind of pass that message, and I said, I'm not going to talk to you. For 2 years, I didn't speak a single word. Living under the same roof, eating our meals together, I wouldn't look him in his eye.
How old were you?
I was probably 20 years old. 20. Wouldn't look him in his eye. 2 years. And yeah, probably 19, I think, 19, 20-ish. And
you're very determined.
Yeah, I was very determined. I think I need to see if he can quit smoking. And then one day my mom comes up to me, my dad actually comes up to me in India. When you really kind of make an appeal to someone, you put your head on their feet and say, please don't do this to me. You know, like even in the Christian faith, you see sometimes like, you know, put your head at somebody's feet like a respect and make an appeal.
Yeah.
Please do this. So my dad, he put his head on my feet. That's not what you do. You won't have your dad do to you. Not in our culture that I come from. My mom's looking at this, saying, come on, son, you can't be doing this to him. Can't be doing this. And I had a very good chemistry with my mom. Not that I didn't have with dad, but it was a very different chemistry. So then I start talking to my dad, just because mom said it. And then in a couple of weeks, I left home to be a monk. That was 21, so 2 years back, it's like 19 actually. So then every year I would go home to see my parents, and I had this resolve in my mind that I'd go say, sorry dad, I put you through this. But there's this 3-lettered word, ego, which stops you from saying the 5-lettered word sorry, right? And as a monk, I put up my best foot in front of everybody else. But when it comes to very personal, close relationships, especially family, it's funny that my ego still told me that I was right. I was really meant to stop him from smoking, right? What wrong did I do? And which is why I say often, saying a sorry really doesn't mean you're wrong. It just means that you value the person and the relationship more than being right. That's about it. Saying a sorry doesn't mean you're wrong. Just value that person and the relationship more than being right. You know? I didn't say a sorry, obviously. And the year 2009, I'd come here to London for my annual lecture tour. Stay here for a month usually. Just a week before, my mom called me before I came to London, and she said, Dad's really in a bad shape. He was bedridden at that time. He had Parkinson's disease. She said, "We're good if you could come see him." So I went to see him. And he changed a lot. When I had come to the monastery, he had his apprehensions. I mean, your son just becoming a monk.
After going from Hewlett Packard, right?
After coming from Hewlett Packard. So then he changed a lot. He had started appreciating what I was doing. And that year he said to me, "Son, would you mind bringing the recordings of your lectures in London for me?" That was like a joyful moment for me. For the first time ever, my dad said that. I said, "Oh, 100%. And I joked a little bit. I said, "But you'll have to come to the airport to fetch me, then I'll get it." Just joked a little, made him feel a little better, happier. And then I came to London, I got back, I brought all the lectures back for him. And in just about 2 or 3 weeks, my mom calls me and says, "Dad's gone. He's gone." And that's what happens with a lot of our lives. We lose those opportunities to reconcile. We lose those opportunities to do what's important in our life, what is of value in our lives. We hold this silly, crappy stuff in our head and lose these golden opportunities to truly do what's of value, what's of deep meaning.
So Jim Rickards has just recorded a video that's not available to anyone in the public, and he's going to be talking about how this upcoming recession is going to be fast, it's going to be bloody, it's going to be nasty. But at the same time, he's going to show you how you can position yourself to profit from all of this chaos. Now, we've made this video only available to our viewers. Go to londonreal.tv/Jim. Watch that immediately. I can't say enough good things about Jim Rickards. He understands the global economic system better than any guest I've ever had on London Real. His predictions are almost uncannily true, and you can learn how to profit from his vision, from his expertise, and his understanding of economics. So go to londonreal.tv/Jim or click the link below. It's an excellent, excellent look on what's going to happen in the future and how you can position yourself to profit from that. Jim is one of the best in the business, one of my favorite guests on London Real, and he's very, very good at predicting the future and showing us all to profit from it. So click the link, and I hope you enjoy. I'm looking for partners, collaborators, colleagues who want to join forces with me around the globe and create real value, generational wealth, and financial freedom for everyone else around the world. Get involved in the cryptocurrency markets, get involved in the NFT markets. This is your moment. Life all comes down to a few moments. Don't let this pass. Now it's not too late. Next year's going to be too late. Ultimately, this is about freedom. That's the way I see it. This is about giving power back to the people and enabling billions of people worldwide to use the financial markets to improve their lives and those of their friends and their families and their communities. Honestly, I think it's a violation of human rights not to allow people basic access to financial services. Because right now people are being kept in the dark, they're being robbed of education, and it's a travesty. And so I'm looking for people that want to join me and be a part of this solution. And that all happens inside the DeFi Academy. The gains my students are making are absolutely amazing. Double, triple digit gains in the first month alone. That's amazing. This will change your life. Now is the time to get involved. I'm going to tell you exactly how my students in my academy made money in the last 30 days. I'm talking about real trading results. And let me just whet your appetite a little bit. Let me hit you with some numbers. I'm talking Brendan from New Zealand is up 68.77% on the month. Steve from Europe up 83%. Albert in Singapore up 169.9% on one single trade. I got Susan up 153% on her call options alone, also rocking 139% returns and 442% returns as well on individual trades. These are people that are changing their financial future in the last 30 days, but it's based on trading discipline. I've graduated over 500 students from inside my academy from over 54 countries around the world. It's amazing. When it comes to crypto, DeFi, and blockchain, We love this space. We truly believe it's the future. This is down to our core. It's authentic to what we're doing, and everybody can tell through the camera because you can't make this stuff up. If you're watching me now, wherever you are, I implore you, take 60 seconds right now and join my academy. Apply today. Now you've got a chance. Life all comes down to a few moments. What are you gonna do? What's the choice that you're going to make?